Man, I get a lot of people who are like, hey, Dave, you produce an insane amount of content. Uh, I want to do the same. How do I do that?
Daily Dose of Dave coming to you live.
How can I reach a bunch of people? And my first thing is, who's your audience? Like, who are you trying to reach? And that may be a question that you feel like you've already tapped into, but seriously, think about that person. Have you actually created a character for that person, right? So like I actually do. I have my ideal individual that I'm targeting. I call her Susan. She is a 29-year-old who is married and trying to start her own business. She's like 2.5 years in. She's trying to really get it going. And so a lot of the content that I produce is for her. I'm trying to produce something for Susan because I'm thinking about one person in particular. It's a fictitious person, right? It's an amalgamation of different people. And really, I'm trying to help that entrepreneur that's been at this for a couple years now, and they are trying to get traction. You'll notice that what I end up doing is I talk about a bunch of different things, because a lot of times what happens when you're a couple years in is you're actually reinventing your business, right? So a lot of times I'll talk about stuff like, hey, what does it look like to start? What does it look like to follow your passion? What does it look like to explore your product or service? How do you position it? Because these are all things that you start to ask again in year two. And so really I'm trying to speak to that. What's cool about that is that it actually helps people that haven't started. It helps some people that are just starting out. And it also helps some people that are really far down the line, right? So there's kind of some markers that people hit in their entrepreneurial journey. And if they've been working on a project for a couple of years, they'll hit that spot that I was talking about. They also hit it again at about year 6. Is what I found. Year 5, year 6, they hit that again, where they're going, am I positioned correctly? Am I doing this the right way? How do I need to tweak this? And then they really don't hit that again until about year 10, year 12. Somewhere in that time frame, they hit it again, where they're just like, who am I? What am I doing? I think as an entrepreneur, you're always questioning that. So for me, if you look at my content, there's a lot of things that are built around that identity of that person that's been doing this for a couple of years. And then I would ask that of you, right? So like when you think about your customer, you think about your clients, what kind of content are they looking for? What would make their day? How would you help them? And then make content for them. That's really it, right? Is that you need to make content for those people and not for yourself, unless you're trying to reach someone just like you. And then you can make content for yourself. Start with your audience in mind first, and then you can kind of drill down from there. As far as how I create all this content, it comes from a passion to help people. I really want to help the entrepreneur. I want to be the entrepreneur for entrepreneurs. Why? Because this is a sacred journey. There's something about this, right, that makes you come alive. And so I want to produce content for those people, and that's really what drives me. And I can go into more details, and I'm sure I will in future videos, but it starts with passion. It starts with understanding who you're targeting first.